everyone, welcome to day 7 of our Yoga for Strength program. Start off today by taking a look at your hands. So notice how amazing they are. Notice how dexterous, how flexible, how much range of motion they have. Notice how strong they are, how they can hold your weight. And notice how much we use them during our yoga practice. So today we're going to give them a break and we are not going to use our hands. We're not going to touch them to the ground at all. So to get started, I'm going to show you 2 positions. This is the first one. This position is called Bakasana or crow pose. Just notice it. And notice, I'll give you another side view here. So notice the body position I'm holding. And now here's the variation we're going to do today. We're going to do the same position but lying on our back. So your hands are going to be pressing up into the air as if you're holding crow pose, as if the air is your floor. And then you're going to bring your knees as close to your armpits as you can, and you're going to pull your tailbone up. So just notice that. We're going to get started in a moment, but I just need you to see a couple postures before we come down onto our backs. The second posture is side crow. This position, notice it. We can also do this one on our back. So I'm going to take a different view here so you can see it. Again, hands are reaching up, pressing into our imaginary floor. And now both of our knees need to come to the outside of our arm and try not to fall over to the side. So your left shoulder in this position is staying down on the floor. All right, so we're going to start off with a series of abs and core. And it's going to have 3 parts to the sequence. The first part is going to be a pose called hollow body. So we're holding our hollow body here. Our legs, arms, shoulders are off the ground, and we're going to rock back and forth. So notice that I'm trying not to use momentum, but I'm really just using my abs. Then we're going to hold on our back crow position, go back to hollow body. We're going to do 5 rocks back and forth. Then we're going to hold our side crow, knees to the right. Then we're going to do our hollow body 5 more times, and then side crow to the left, and we're going to do it all again. So start off lying on your back. Maybe take a full stretch. Stretch out your legs, your feet, your toes, your hands. Take a deep breath. Check in. How are you feeling? Mentally prepare yourself for a really awesome core workout. Bring your hands behind your head, lace your fingers, and press your elbows into the floor. So just giving our shoulders a quick warm up here. Doesn't look like we're working them very much, but if you're pressing your hands into your head and your shoulders down and your elbows down, it is a good warm up. Now stretch your hands behind you, lift your shoulders, lift your legs, and begin to rock back and forth 5 times rocking. Your feet do not touch the ground, your hands do not touch the ground. You're rocking back and forth, and when you finish 5, come into your Bakasana, your crow position. Press your hands up, your fingers are coming back. Try to make your hands flat. Bring your knees towards your armpits. Pull them up, pull your tailbone up. Make sure you're using all of your core. It is possible to do this very lazy, but don't. Get the most out of this. Breathe. We're here for about 10 seconds total. And relax out of your crow. Stretch your hands behind your head. Palms are facing in. Take your hollow body. Rock back 5 times. 4, 3. Don't touch your feet to the ground. 2 and 1. Awesome. Come into your side crow. Now your hands are pressing up into your imaginary floor and your knees are coming to the right side. Press your left shoulder down. Don't let your left shoulder lift up. Keep pressing it down. Press it, press it, press it. Connect to your abs and your obliques. Now we're coming into the side of our core. Your tailbone is lifted. Your knees are coming as close to your armpit as you can. So knees up to your hands is not so hard. Knees to armpit, much harder. Hollow body, 5 rocks, go. Palms are facing in, hands are reaching back. Trying not to use the momentum of your legs. You can see I'm doing it a little bit there. Really try to hold the hollow body position. And then come back to your side crow on the left side this time. Hands are pressing up. The base of your palm is pressing up. Try to get your hand flat so you're not just working your core here, but you're working your forearms, your wrists as well. Even though we're not pressing them down into the floor, we're still working our hands in one way or another. Bring your knees to the outside of your left arm, but pull it towards your armpit. Your right shoulder is pressing down, and hollow body, go. We're going to do one more round of the exact same thing. 5 hollow body rocks. We're halfway finished. Your abs should be starting to burn now. You're doing awesome. Come back to your center crow, your normal Bakrasana position. Lift your tailbone as high as you can. Curl your spine, round your spine. Imagine that you're doing a crow position, but you're on your back. Keep breathing. And hollow body, go. Press your belly button in, your abs are in. Try to keep your belly flat. Suck in your belly, rock back and forth. And exhale, side crow, knees to the right. Press your left shoulder down, lift your tailbone, crunch your abs. Try to bring your knees as close to the armpit as you can. Your neck is long, you're breathing. Relax your face. And hollow body, you've got this. We're almost done. Rock back and forth. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. And side crow, knees to the left. This is our last held upside down position. Press your knees towards your armpit. Your right shoulder this time is pressing down. Pull your tailbone up. Crunch your abs. Press your hands into your imaginary floor. Relax your jaw. And last set of hollow body rocks. 4, 3. You've got this. They're probably not as pretty as when you started, but you've got it. And come to a seated position. Awesome. Don't let your hands touch the ground. The game today is to not touch your hands down. Bring your hands to your chest and bring your feet as wide as your mat, letting your knees drop down towards the left. If you feel more stable, you can also reach your hands out in front of you, or you can choose to keep them together at your chest. Either way is fine. Bring your knees back and forth. Flex your feet. Tighten the spot behind your knee. And make sure that you don't feel any knee pain here. So we're going to be working for variations of this position for a few minutes. If at any point you feel some knee pain, maybe bring your hands down or maybe skip it altogether. Maybe it's not your posture for the day. So moving back and forth, starting to stretch your hip flexors, your psoas muscles. Now come back to the center, and this time we're going to drop both of our knees to the left. Lift both of your legs and feet, keeping them in the same position. Then switch to the other side in the air and drop everything down. Come up, switch, drop. So as you move back and forth, notice that if you lean back a little bit, you start to rely mainly on your abdominal muscles to move your legs back and forth. So we actually want to avoid that today. Instead of using your abdominal muscles, rely on your legs. By keeping your upper body centered and trying to minimize the movement with your upper body, you really have to check in and connect with the abductors, the adductors, the muscles on the inside and the outside of your thigh. Move back and forth a few times. Notice how you can connect and be aware of your legs in a way that we might not normally be able to be aware of if we were using our hands, if we were using our core. And the next time that you have your left leg in front of you and your right foot behind you, bring both of your knees to a 90-degree angle. So you have 2 squares, one in front of you and one behind you. Your front leg, you're using external rotation to press down the knee. Your back leg, you're using internal rotation to press down the knee. And we're going to start to lift and lower our front shin. So not just the knee, not just the foot, but the foot and the shin all together. It's really hard. It's a lot harder than it looks. If you need to bring one hand back behind you, that's fine. If you need to move your upper body slightly back, if you need to lean, that's fine too. If you can stay centered with your hands at your chest and lift and lower the leg, awesome. So 8 times, lift and lower. Then we're going to switch to the back leg. After your 8, now you're going to lift your back knee and foot. You'll notice that I had to lean forward slightly to do it. Again, if you need to bring your hands down, totally okay. If you can keep your hands at your chest and minimize the leaning, so trying not to lean forward quite as far, it'll make you work a lot harder in the muscles on the outside of your back hip. Again, lifting and lowering 8 times. Knee, ankle, and foot all lifting together. No angle, no tilt of your shin. Then lift both legs, slowly switch to the other side. When you touch down, readjust, make sure that you're 90 degrees with both of your knees, and go for 8 lifts of the front shin. Again, your front knee, yes, you are lifting it, you're activating your inner thigh to lift, but at the same time, you're trying to maintain an external rotation with your thigh bone, so pressing your knee out. After 8 lifts and lowers, switch to the back leg, lifting and lowering. Now we're using our outer hip muscles, our outer thigh muscles to lift and lower. But again, we're also thinking about the rotation of our thigh bone. So you have internal rotation here to keep the knee pressing down. Slowly switch to the other side. We're going to do 8 more with each leg on each side. 7, 6, front leg now, 5, 4, trying to lift the ankle as high as you can. And when you finish your 8, switch to the back leg. Again, maybe the second round we're moving our upper body a little bit less, or maybe you're more tired, maybe you have some cramping, and it's necessary to lean a little bit farther with your upper body. After 8, lift both, switch to the other side, 90 degrees with both of your knees. Getting some rhyming in here. Lifting your front leg 8 times. Minimal movement with the upper body, keeping that foot, ankle, and knee more or less at the same level, and switch to the back leg. Lifting the shin bone, the ankle, foot, knee, keeping the rest of the body quiet. And come back to the center, press both of your feet down, take a short break, close your eyes, and just feel. Do you have any cramping? Are you tired? Did you just discover some super strange muscles that you never even knew you had? And bring your left knee down, your right foot to the outside of your knee, so the leg position of Ardha Matsyendrasana. If your knee hurts, if this bothers you, you can keep your foot to the inside of your knee. Press your shin down, reach your hands forward, and come up on your shin. Maybe stay there. Maybe stretch your left leg out to the right. Maybe float the foot. Press your inner thighs together. Stay as low as you can while hovering your foot. Sit a bit lower and slowly come back down to a seated position. Always being really careful with your knees here. Slowly switch to the other side. No hands. Press your right shin down, your left foot into the ground, and stand. If you'd like to do this without the cross, if your knees aren't loving the cross, then skip it. This time pressing your right leg out towards the left, floating the foot, squeeze your thighs together, and slowly come back down to a seated position. Switch your knees, cross over to the other side, stand. Extend your left leg towards the right, float the foot, sit down as deep as you can, press your thighs together, and exhale, gently coming down. Switch your legs, and come up on the other side. Notice if one side is weaker than the other. This side for me, standing on the left leg, is noticeably weaker, so something for me to keep in mind for the future. These imbalances in our body are really normal, but they're amazing to note, to be aware of, so that you can work towards balancing them out. All right, we have one more to do. Coming down, moving over to stand on our left leg one last time. Press your thighs together, hover your foot, reach it out as far as you can towards the left. Awesome job. Exhale, sit. One more time, cross your legs, but this time we're going to stand all the way up. So press your foot into the ground, stand up, and maintain the cross of your legs. Your right leg is crossed in front of your left leg. Line up your 10 toes as best as you can, and check in with your back knee. Make sure you're not hyperextending. Bend your back knee a hair if possible. Tighten the area behind it. Inhale, open your chest, and exhale, fold at the waist, keeping your spine long. So no rounding of the spine here, just coming down as far as you can. Without rounding your spine, press your right hip back, your left hip forward, keeping your hips squared. Check in again with your back knee. It's really normal that it might have overextended here, so make sure that you have a slight bend in your back knee. Tighten the area behind it. Press your inner arches of your feet down into the ground to get a better stretch. This is an amazing IT band stretch, so you should be feeling this in maybe a lot of places, but you should be specifically feeling this in the outside of your left leg. Inhale, come up, uncross your legs, and cross your left leg over your right leg now. Again, line up your toes, press your inner arches down, exhale, fold at the waist, slightly bend your back knee, press your right hip forward, your left hip back, square your hips in the center. Look at your toes, see if they're still in a line. Open your chest, broaden your collarbones, extend the crown of your head forward. Your spine is as long as you can possibly make it. Stretching the outside of your right leg this time. Again, you will feel this in other areas. You'll feel it wherever you're tight. It's a deep stretch in a lot of places. But specifically, this is an amazing IT band stretch. So stretching out your right IT band right now. The tendons, the connections on the outside of your right thigh. Inhale, come up. Exhale, uncross your legs, and we're going to move through our main sequence, our main series for the day. It's an awesome one. The first time we do it, we're going to do all of the movements 5 times. Then we'll do it one more time, each movement just once. So 5 times for each position now. Starting off in Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3, square your hips. The squared hips here is much more important than the height of your back leg. You can always bend your standing leg if that makes it more comfortable, and slowly roll your hips open, opening your chest and your hips towards the right, extending your right arm up, your left arm down, half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Roll back to Warrior 3, and we're going to do that movement 5 times. So take it as slow as you need. Inhale, open your hips, open your shoulders, Ardha Chandrasana. Exhale, turn back to Warrior 3. Notice how the back foot moves with the leg. So as you open your hips, your toes move to point out to the side as well. Foot is always flexed. It is pressing into an imaginary wall behind you. If you need to touch your hands down, go for it. But if you can, keep them floating, even better. We have 2 more. You can do it. Inhale. Open your chest, open your hips, rotate your foot, press your foot into the imaginary wall behind you, reach your hands, neck is long, probably looking down to help you maintain your balance. Exhale, come back to Virabhadrasana 3. If at any point you fall or you bobble, smile, laugh it out. It's just yoga. It's okay. Last time opening, coming back to our Warrior 3, our starting position, and slowly step back into a high lunge. Press your right heel back, the heel is lifted. Reach forward, your upper body is at about 45 degrees. Hands clasped behind your head, and exhale, twist to look towards the left. Open, exhale, twist. 3 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. You're feeling this in your left leg, your left thigh. You're using your left leg. That's what the tilt angle forward does here. It really activates our legs so we're not quite upright, but we're tilted. Exhale, drop your back knee. Inhale, hands up. And 5 times, you're going to shift your hips back, hands back, straighten your front leg, maybe lift your foot, and lower your chest as far down towards your knee as you can. Half Hanuman. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, extend your leg, lift your foot, reach back, do it slowly. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, half Hanuman. So this doesn't look like much, but you'll notice that to maintain your balance here, you have to use all of the little small stabilizing muscles around your joints. I would recommend not locking out your left knee when you straighten your leg. So keep it slightly bent to protect it. Reach your chest forward towards your foot and inhale, come up, Anjaneyasana, open chest. Exhale, palms together at your chest. That was 5. Lift your back knee, step your leg up, come back to your warrior 3, and one last time, open into your half moon. Maybe stay in half moon, maybe bend your top leg and reach back with your right hand to grab your foot, opening your chest, pulling your foot behind you, stretching out your quad. Maintain your hold on your foot, stand up tall, and exhale your right foot down on the outside of your left foot. So one more time, crossing your right leg in front of the left leg, and exhale, forward fold. This time, let your back gently round. If you'd like to place your fingertips down just for a moment to adjust, and then grab your elbows and let yourself enjoy the stretch. Press your right hip back, your left hip forward, slight bend in your back knee, and enjoy your IT band stretch for your left leg. So if your left hip, your left thigh, your left quad, if it's feeling a bit tired or crampy, very normal. We just did a long series of standing positions where we pretty much just used our left leg as the base. So we've been working our left leg really hard. If it's tired, that's okay. Inhale, stand up, and exhale, palms together at your chest. We're going to even it out now. So right leg's turn to be the base for our standing postures. Stand firm on your right foot and lift your left leg back behind you. Warrior 3. Hips are squared, and let's go for our 5 movements. So inhale, open, Ardha Chandrasana. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 3. Inhale, open. And exhale, close it off. Making sure to turn your foot. Toes are pointing down in warrior 3. Toes are pointing out to the side in your half moon. Roll your left hip back behind you as best as you can without losing your balance. Chest and hip open when you move into your half moon. Neck is long, keep looking down, reach your arms. Standing leg can be slightly bent. Slowly step back. Left leg, left heel pressing back, heel is lifted. Press your right hip back, your left hip forward. Hands come up behind your head, and exhale, rotate your chest open to the right. Inhale, center, exhale, rotate. Inhale, center, exhale, rotate. With the hands behind your head, it's easy to want to crunch here, but don't crunch. Keep your spine long and just twist. Don't press your hands on the back of your head. Your torso is about a 45-degree angle. You're working very hard in your right leg. Drop your back knee, inhale your hands up, Anjaneyasana, and exhale, shift your hips back, straighten your right leg almost fully straight. Bring your chest down as far as you can. Inhale, hands up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hamstring stretch, pressing your right hip back, your left hip forward. Press your back foot into the ground for stability. And move back and forth. 5 times, hands up, 5 times, hands reaching back. Again, if you lose your balance, that's okay. It's a learning moment. Smile. It happens. Inhale up, exhale, reaching back. Never taking it too seriously, never forgetting to smile or laugh at ourselves. Inhale up, Anjaneyasana. Lift your back knee and step forward into your warrior 3 starting position. Inhale, open your shoulders. Maybe reach back for your left foot with your left hand. Shoulders are still open, hips are still open. Pull your foot back, stretch your quad, and lift your chest. Stand up tall. Place your left foot down on the outside of your right foot. Slightly bend your right leg and exhale, forward fold. Adjust if you need to. Square your hips off. Grab your elbows. Drop your chest and the crown of your head down. Slight roll, slight curve in your back this time. letting yourself fully relax into the stretch. Inhaling and exhaling deeply through your nose. This time stretching out your right IT band, your right hip, your right leg. You'll feel it wherever you're tired and tight. On your next inhale, stand up tall. Exhale, palms together at your chest. Now you know the sequence. We're going to do it one more time on each leg, but this time just one time through each of the postures. So trying to make it as fluid and graceful as you can. On your next inhale, exhale, drop your chest, lift your right leg, warrior three. One time, inhale, open, half moon. Reach, exhale, hands together at your chest, warrior three. Slowly step back, inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands behind your head, and on the exhale, twist your chest open to the left. Inhale, back to the center. Drop your back knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, hands up. Exhale, half Hanuman. Stretching your hips back, chest coming down towards your knee, stretching out your hamstring. Inhale, slowly coming back to Anjaneyasana. Exhale, palms together at your chest. Inhale, warrior three. Awesome. Exhale, maybe Ardha Chakrasana, grab your back foot. Open your chest and your hips. And exhale, slowly step your right foot to the outside of your left foot. Forward fold just for one breath. Inhale, back up. And exhale, get ready to do the other side. Amazing work. Inhale, warrior three. Left leg reaching back, chest is open, hips are squared. Inhale, unsquare your hips, open them. Ardha Chandrasana. Exhale, warrior three. Slowly step back. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands behind your head and twist on your exhale, chest opening towards the right side, spine is long. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop your back knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, half Hanumanasana. Chest coming down, hamstring stretch here. Inhale, use your stabilizing muscles to come back to Anjaneyasana. Exhale, palms together at your chest. Inhale, warrior three. Last posture, open your chest, reach back for your left foot with your left hand, open your chest, stretch your quad, right leg is screaming, stand tall, place your left foot down on the ground outside of your right foot, one last forward fold with your legs crossed. Inhale, come back up, stand tall, and exhale, feet wide, stepping even wider than your hips, maybe as wide as your mat, and take a deep forward fold. Hug your elbows, maybe rock back and forth, smile. You just did an amazing series. There was a lot of work. Maybe say a quick thank you to your legs. They've been doing a lot today to support you. And slowly come to sit down. Sit down as slow as you can. Sit for a moment in Dandasana, staff pose. Make sure you're sitting evenly and solidly on your sit bones. Press your hips back, your legs extended out in front of you, your feet pressing forward. Pull your toes back towards your shins, tuck your abs in, inhale, hands up, and exhale, forward fold only as far as you can fold without curving your spine, rounding your spine, and while keeping your arms next to your ears. So don't let your arms drop. Keep your biceps next to your ears, your palms facing in. Breathe, extend your spine long, press your feet forward, and exhale, palms together at your chest. So again, we're not going to use our hands in this pose. If you'd like to reach them forward without grabbing anything, just reaching forward in the air, that's fine. Or keep them together at your chest, whatever is more comfortable. But just breathe. Let the weight of your body, let gravity press your chest down towards your legs. Use the strength of your muscles around your joints to keep you stable. On every exhale, your chest comes down a little bit lower. Maybe there's a slight round in your back, but trying not to over round here. And inhale, come back up to center. Staff pose, Dandasana. and widen your legs. Bring them back in. Now you'll notice that if you lean back, again, you can use your core instead of your leg muscles. So open and close your legs a few times and try to do it with as little upper body movement as possible, using your hip flexors, your psoas muscles, to widen and place your legs, and then lift and bring your legs back in. Pretty hard to do it without any upper body movement, but try to reduce your upper body movement so that you're connecting more with your hip flexors than with your abs. After 4 or 5 times opening and closing, come to a wide-legged seated position and slowly start to forward fold. Again, hands can cross and grab your shoulders. You can keep your palms together at your chest. Don't let your feet or your knees start to rotate in. Keep your toes pointing up to the ceiling and your kneecaps as well. Kneecaps are also pointing up to the ceiling. Maybe you can put your hands behind your head. Maybe you reach them forward. Whatever is most comfortable for you and will allow you to enjoy the forward fold without crunching your spine. Maintain your spine long, but don't use your hands as a support on the ground. So really connecting, having awareness in the muscles that we're stretching, the muscles that we're working. Inhale, come back up to center. One last time, bring your legs in, bend your knees, and come up into Navasana boat pose. Start with your knees bent, shins are parallel to the floor, to the ceiling. Open your chest, try to lengthen your lower back, no rounding, and exhale, Ardha Navasana, half boat. Shoulders are lifted. Come back up to boat. Maybe stretch your legs out and exhale, boat, half boat. Come back up. Navasana, stretch your legs, bend your knees, come back down, half boat. Inhale up, stretch your knees. Exhale, bend, and come down. Don't touch your upper back to the floor. 5 times in total. Half boat, one more. Bend your knees, stretch your legs, bend your knees, come down, half boat. Awesome, and relax. Full body stretch. Amazing work today. Bend your knees, feet coming about hip width, and drop both of your knees down towards the right side. So we're going to finish off with a really nice hip flexor psoas stretch. If having your knees down on the ground isn't enough, bring your right foot up on the top of your left thigh. So you can see in the video I turn so you can get a better view. Keep both shoulders on the ground. Press your left hip back behind you. And try to feel sensation of stretching and releasing anywhere in the front of your left thigh, the front of your hip, maybe feeling it into your lower abs as well. This is a great final stretch because we worked a lot of these muscles today. They're probably feeling pretty tight and crampy, maybe a bit tired. After a few deep breaths, inhale both of your knees up. Exhale, drop both knees down towards the left. Bring your left foot on top of your right thigh and stretch out your right hip flexors this time. Your right psoas muscle, maybe coming into your lower abs, your abdominals. Make sure there's no knee pain here. Keep your feet flexed and the area behind your knees tight, just to protect your knee joint. Take a few deep breaths, really stretch it out. If this area, these hip flexors, the psoas, are feeling pretty tight, I am going to recommend that you check out day 7 of my relaxing yoga series. So day 7, we're going to stretch the psoas muscle and really get into some deep stretches in these hip flexors and lower abdominals. It's a great complement to the practice we did today, and I highly recommend checking it out, especially if you're ready to slow down a bit. Inhale, bend your knees, come back up. Maybe drop your knees back towards the right side, then to the left. Windshield wiper them back and forth a few times before you take your final posture. If you need to stretch out anything else before you come into Shavasana, go for it. And then settle into your final relaxation pose. Stretching out your legs, maybe hugging them into your chest one time. Your legs are long, your arms are relaxed along either side of your body, palms facing up. If you'd like to cover yourself with a blanket or a cozy sweatshirt, go for it. And relax here for a few minutes, letting the benefits of today's practice sink in and enjoying your final moments in Shavasana. Thank you for practicing with me. Like always, if you have any questions, please let me know. And I'll see you for day 8.